Every civilization has asked the same question. Not how the world began, but how it ends. From ancient stone tablets to modern scientific models, humanity has always been obsessed with one idea: the end of time. Not the end of a day, not the end of an era, but the final moment when everything, absolutely everything, stops. No future, no memory, no next chapter. This documentary is not about fear. It is about perspective, because the end of time has been imagined by religions, predicted by scientists, and encoded into the very laws of the universe itself. The question is not if time ends. The question is, Thousands of years ago, ancient civilizations believed time was circular. It didn't just move forward, it looped. The Mayans, with their incredibly precise calendars, believed worlds were created and destroyed repeatedly in a grand, cosmic cycle. Hindu cosmology speaks of these cycles, called yugas, lasting for billions of years, with creation and destruction as natural parts of existence. And in the cold north, Norse mythology culminates in Ragnarok, the twilight of the gods, a cataclysmic battle that brings about the collapse of gods, giants, and reality itself. But even in this complete destruction, there was a whisper of a new beginning, a new world rising from the ashes. These stories were not accidents. They were not mere entertainment. They reflected a deep, intuitive human instinct. Everything that begins must eventually end. But ancient peoples imagined the end as something sudden, violent, and spectacular. Fire raining from the sky, a great flood consuming the land, a final, encroaching darkness. Modern science, however, tells a different story. A much slower story, a quieter one. To understand the end of time from a scientific perspective, we first have to understand what time actually is. It's not just something we feel passing by. It's not just the ticking of a clock. According to the laws of physics, time is a fundamental physical dimension woven into the fabric of the universe along with space. This is what we call space-time. Our current understanding is that time itself began with the universe, at the moment of the Big Bang, some 13.8 billion years ago. Before that, there was no before. There was no clock, no sequence of events, no forward or backward. The concept of time didn't exist because the universe didn't exist. So why does time move forward? Why can we remember the past, but not the future? The answer lies in a concept called entropy. Entropy is, simply put, the universe's tendency to move from a state of order to disorder. Think of a hot cup of coffee. The heat, which is concentrated energy, naturally spreads out into the cooler air around it. The coffee never spontaneously gets hotter by pulling energy from the air. The universe works the same way. It started in a very hot, dense, and ordered state. Ever since the Big Bang, it has been expanding, cooling, and becoming more disordered. Energy spreads out, and this continuous, irreversible process is what gives time its arrow. Entropy always increases. It never goes backward. And this forward march of entropy points toward an ultimate end. One of the most widely discussed scientific theories for the end of time is called the heat death of the universe. It's a quiet, cold, and lonely ending. In this far, far distant future, trillions upon trillions of years from now, all the stars will have burned out. The last white dwarfs will cool into black dwarfs, emitting no light or heat. Black holes themselves will slowly evaporate over unthinkable timescales. Through a process called Hawking radiation, the galaxies will have drifted so far apart that the sky will be completely dark. Energy will become perfectly, evenly spread throughout the vast, cold emptiness of space. When that happens, nothing moves. Nothing changes. There are no more events. Time technically still exists, but it becomes meaningless. Without change, without a sequence of cause and effect, time might as well have stopped. It's a universe frozen in an eternal, silent equilibrium, not destroyed. Just finished. But there's another possibility, one that's far more violent. It's known as the Big Rip. This theory is tied to the mysterious force known as dark energy, which is causing the expansion of the universe to accelerate. In the Big Rip scenario, this acceleration doesn't stop. It gets faster and faster and faster. First, the pull of dark energy would become so strong it would overcome the gravity holding galaxies together. Clusters of galaxies would fly apart. Then, the galaxies themselves would be torn asunder. The gravitational pull holding stars to their galactic centers would fail. Stars and solar systems would be ripped apart. In the final frantic moments of the universe, the acceleration would become infinitely strong. The electrical forces holding atoms together would fail, and they would be pulled apart. Even atomic nuclei would be shattered. The very fabric of space-time would unravel. Reality would dissolve into a chaotic storm of fundamental particles that can no longer interact with each other. In this scenario, even time itself loses all meaning, because nothing can remain connected long enough to exist. Then, there is the opposite ending, the Big Crunch. For a long time, this was the leading theory. It's a future where gravity wins the cosmic tug-of-war against dark energy. The expansion of the universe would slow down, stop, and then reverse. Everything would begin collapsing back in on itself. Galaxies, instead of flying apart, would rush toward each other, merging in a fiery cosmic traffic jam. The temperature and density of the universe would rise, getting hotter and hotter, denser and denser until everything will matter, all energy. All of space collapses back into a single, infinitely hot and dense point, just like the one that started the Big Bang. Time may end the same way it began in total, absolute compression. Some theories suggest this Big Crunch could trigger another Big Bang, leading to a new universe and a cyclical model of creation and destruction. But other theories say this crunch is final. A full stop, the universe folding in on itself forever. And now, here is the uncomfortable truth. Human beings will not be there to witness any of this. Whether it's the cold silence of heat death, the violent chaos of the Big Rip, or the fiery collapse of the Big Crunch, we will be long gone. Our species has only existed for a tiny fraction of cosmic time. Our entire recorded history is shorter than a blink in the life of the universe. And yet, we so often behave as if time belongs to us. We rush through our days. We hoard our resources. We delay happiness and meaning, always thinking there will be more time later. We act as if our supply is infinite. So why are we so obsessed with the end? Why does this idea fascinate and frighten us in equal measure? Perhaps it's because endings are what give meaning to beginnings. Without an end, a story has no arc. Moments would feel infinite, and therefore meaningless. Think about it. Deadlines create urgency. Mortality, the fact that our lives are finite, creates value. Limits force us to create purpose. The idea that time itself will one day end forces us to confront a much deeper question. If time is finite, what are we doing with the time we have? Today, our fears about the end have become more personal. We imagined the end of time not through cosmic forces, but through our own technology. Rogue artificial intelligence, global nuclear war, runaway climate collapse. These are not cosmic endings, they are human ones. And they are a stark reminder that while the universe may end slowly over trillions of years, our civilization could end very, very quickly. These fears bring the abstract idea of the end right to our doorstep. The ultimate end of time, the true cosmic conclusion, will not come with an announcement. There will be no countdown on a screen, no final warning. Long after humans and Earth itself are gone, the universe will continue its quiet, relentless march toward stillness. Stars will fade like dying embers. Space will stretch into an endless void. And moments will simply stop meaning anything at all. And yet, right now, in this moment, time is alive. It moves. It gives us the chance to learn, to love, to create, to experience. The end of time is an astronomical inevitability, a law of physics written into the cosmos. But meaning is not. Meaning is created right here, right now, in the precious, fleeting present, before the great silence falls. This was not a story about the end. It was a reminder about the beginning of your next moment. Thanks for watching. If this made you think, consider subscribing for more journeys into the biggest questions of our universe.